You're this perp back with another video, and I just got done watching Wentworth season 8 episode 8, right? We got 2 more episodes left. Man, I'm enjoying this season, even though there's definitely some things that I could do without, and I'll get into it while I'll talk about this episode. But this was a really, really good episode. I enjoyed this. This sets up and foreshadows a lot, but let's get into it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter at perpminder420. So it opens up with Ferguson, and it's like this fucking horror movie. You get these horror movie vibes throughout this episode with Ferguson, and just, man, it was really dope to see that. And you know, you see a lot of Mari, and I told you Mari is up to something, but she's playing it smart. But like, there's tension just throughout the whole entire prison, with the whole Anne getting attacked by Judy. The only people that know about this are Boomer, and Ruby. Allie does not know nothing about this, so this is definitely going to catch her blindsided, because either way, this falls on her, because, everybody's looking at her like, what are you doing? What are you going to do about this? This is going to come down on us, and just, it's not looking good for Allie right now. She's really feeling the pressure of being top dog, and the pressure is really being felt throughout this whole entire episode, just with things between Vera and Will, just that back and forth, and things getting shut down again, and things between Lou and Allie are starting to get really intense. She can't really do nothing to her physically, so she has to kind of outwit her, and I really like how things play out between these two in this episode. And I also enjoyed this episode, this scene with Ferguson talking to Dr. Miller about everything, and how she just denounces Joan, or I think that's how you pronounce her, but she denounces her old personality. She feels like that her old self is just pure evil, and I really hope that we can please just, I see what they're doing here. I hope they just go in a different direction, and she really starts to remember, and she just snaps. But Dr. Miller is able to kind of show her kind of a different path, and kind of show that there's hope. And by doing that, he brings her to the nursery where all the little babies are at, and this freaks out Jake instantly, and he just goes in. I told you, man, everybody's on edge. Now we get this scene of everybody watching the news, and there's just breaking news, and it has something we get more kind of backstory on Reb, and just like what he pretty much went through. Like I said, I don't really care for the whole Lou and Reb dynamic throughout this whole season. I thought that could have just been really cut out. Really, it was just, for me, I just tuned it out. That's just me, honestly. But it's cool to get some more backstory on certain characters, so they're just not left off being random characters. So it gives Reb a little bit more of a backstory. Like, I feel like he's going to be staying around much longer, while Mari is always watching. She's always watching. Keep in mind, man, she's planning something, and I think everything is going to really work in her favor. But meanwhile, you have Jake and Vera pretty much threatening Ferguson, like, if you go towards my kid, I will kill you, pretty much. And I don't think anybody really knew this besides Dr. Miller, which is interesting. So I feel like that's going to get spread around. Something's going to happen with just these three characters, talking about Will, Vera, and Jake, man. They can't get out of this scot clean. Something is going to definitely happen with these characters. It's just all a matter of time, and I think Ferguson's going to be a major player in that. Anywho, Now, Vera goes up to Reb and gives her some good news about um his surgery, and pretty much it kind of freaks him out because he has to get the signature from Dr. Miller, and he doesn't like Dr. Miller because he reminds him of this dude, I guess, that was on the news. It's weird, man. It's weird. He has this little freak out moment. He's able to calm down. But that's what this place kind of does to you. It's only a matter of time before you start to snap. But we definitely get to see a lot more of Lou throughout this episode, kind of, being overpowered, kind of, or just abusing her power, or getting a taste of some power. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we start to kind of see her wrath going throughout this prison. And because she definitely is living up to her reputation, she is a big threat to everybody. And while this is going on, like I said, Mari has been kind of planting the seeds with Reb, kind of just going to Reb this whole season, because she saw the weakness and she takes advantage of that. I think she's planning something. She wants to feel power again. Don't let her kindness fool you. She's just playing it smart. Meanwhile, we're going back to Ferguson, and she's going through another horror phase. I love this. Give me more of this. I want to see her slowly snap back into it. I want to see the very last episode, her just snapping back out of it. Her imagery of all of this. It's sad, but I want her to go be that savage that I know she could be, man. Speaking of which, going back to Allie, now she is in a pinch because she's really starting to feel all the pressure. And at this time, Judy found it to be the greatest time to tell the truth and who beat up Anne. And she tells her exactly who it was. And, I was thinking at this moment, Allie was going to just destroy Judy, which I really think that they're foreshadowing that in the future, because she's going to figure out what's really going on here, and just, she's going to be fed up with Judy and just snap on somebody. I don't know. Judy, I don't know if it's going to make it past this season. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. Now we get a scene of Lou kind of mixing these ingredients, and she really is starting to put her foot on Ferguson's neck and saying, look, you're going to give the doctor, the psychiatrist, this shit, and it's going to kill him so we can get a new psychiatrist in there, so Reb can get his surgery done and whatnot, and everybody can be happy. But Ferguson does not want to do this at all. She pretty much is saying, that's not me. I don't do that. But like I said, Lou is just applying pressure on everybody right now and becoming very dangerous at this moment, which leads her to almost pretty much start a riot throughout the prison. It almost was a repeat of last season, but that was way crazier than this. This almost got out of hand. Lou was just feeling herself and just decided to just take over the prison for just a brief second. And what brought her down was the decision from the top dog herself. Allie, she had to make that gut-wrenching decision as a top dog to lag on somebody, to snitch on somebody, knowing that she knows who really did it. She, Will pressures her to say, yo, you better tell me who does this, or, we're gonna have to get some cops involved and things are gonna get messy. We can stop this all right now. And while this is all going on, Vera comes in clutch and saves Linda. from getting mauled by like these prisoners and stuff. And, let me know how you guys feel about Allie's decision to kind of snitch, and kind of lag, because Judy's whole thing was, if I told you, it wouldn't be lagging. But now she told Will, so that's going to bite. Definitely going to bite Allie in the ass. I think that's going to come back and haunt Allie if Lou decides to come back. I think they're going to save that for like season 9 possibly. So Ferguson sets up to meet with the doctor to, like, what we think is he's going to slip the drink, but she ends up not slipping the drink and just taking it for herself. Vera kind of just tries to ask the doctor to look out for Linda, see what you can find out about like her past and whatnot, why she kind of was acting like that. I thought that was cool. Vera's always looking out for everybody in the prison who she works with. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I think she'll make a dope top dog. Tell me if I'm lying. I think that's how this is going to end. Vera's going to end up in Wentworth, and she's going to end up being top dog, by the end of it. I'm telling you, watch. So also, throughout this episode, Ruby was trying to get a contact with Rita, and finally does, and Rita's somewhere warm. I don't know where that could possibly be. She could be in America right now. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I would like to see them kind of reunite for like season 9. Who knows how that's going to play out. But man, Allie, I don't know. But to kind of end this whole entire episode, you got Ferguson about to try to end her life, and Maury, like clockwork, just stops her in time and gives her this dope speech. And it was dope to see this because Maury was the previous big bad, and these were the 2 biggest villains, I would say, of this series, hands down. And to see them kind of interact is so dope to me. And seeing now everything fall into Maury's lap, like now with Lou pretty much locked up or just somewhere else in the prison, that might not last that long. She definitely might feel some type of way. I'm talking about Lou, about Reb just kind of switching sides so quick. Also, what's so interesting about these next couple episodes is that they just threw in a new character that's coming in next episode. So that's interesting to me that they're going to throw in a wild card out of nowhere. I think her name is Mara or something like that, and she might have some connection to do with Lou. This is going to be interesting, man. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below about this whole entire episode. I think this was a really dope episode, a really solid season so far, man. But until next week, I will see y'all later. Peace.